Bitcoin refuses to drop and keeps pushing up hard against resistance. ADA just became the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap on the announcement of an announcement by Charles Hoskinson that we will finally get a date for smart contracts. Alt season seems to be heating up a little bit, and there's a lot going on in the news. We're going to look at all of that right now. Let's go. What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button right down below. Now, as I mentioned, altcoins have been heating up on the back of ADA, which has been pumping. We're going to take a look at that chart and the Bitcoin chart and see if this is a buy the rumor, sell the news event, or if ADA has a little more room to run. First, we're going to start very quickly with the Bitcoin chart. I've got the weekly open right here. You can see we have a tremendous weekly structure here. 1, 2, 3, potentially, not closed yet, a fourth green, gray on my chart candle in a row, bouncing off the 50 MA, and most importantly, potentially flipping the 42,000 region from resistance to support. I've been talking about that for a very long time. Clearly on lower time frames, there's other resistances, but right now this 23.6% Fibonacci level around 50,493 should be the next key resistance on the weekly. Still would not be surprised to see a drop to test 42K, that whole region, as support. That would be very bullish. Now, drilling in on the daily chart, you can see that price is once again back above the 200 MA, a line that a lot of people have seemingly been watching. You can see we have this sort of local resistance at 47,000 coming from over here, then 50,360, ultimately 55 to 57,000, and then the all-time high. For now, it's very bullish to see this strong push against resistance here. A lot of us have been looking for a drop down. There's been some bearish divergence. RSI has been overbought, but it continues to really look like it's consolidating below resistance, which usually leads to expansion right through it. As for RSI on lower time frames, price has gone sideways and RSI has reset and dropped, giving it some room to run. So that's a very encouraging thing. Here on the 4-hour chart, you can see we finally exited this range we've been in since May 19th. Should be the end of the downtrend. Technically, if you exit a range to the upside after all that time, you should continue up. You can see at 46,759 right here, we have this very local resistance that price is about to test once again. Will be interesting if it pops through that. We should be seeing those higher targets that we were looking at before. Still, no surprise if it drops down and retests the 40 to 42K region. Now, as I promised, going to take a quick look at ADA on Monday. I shared this trade right here. Well, it has certainly exceeded it. I was looking at a bounce off the range lows here, stop loss slightly below the range in the previous lows, targeting the EQ of the range, which is the center line right here, that dash line. Obviously, it has continued, so it does look like you would want to just buy dips, maybe here at the EQ if it comes down, or here at this level coming through. That said, we're going to get the announcement today. Is this a buy the rumor, sell the news thing? For me, I'm inclined to say potentially. I'm not saying to bet against ADA. This is probably all very good news, but all of this buying has been the hype leading up to it, and usually that means that we get an opportunity to see a sell-off right after. So maybe if you're bullish on ADA, it's overheated right now, you buy a dip if it comes back down. Here's ADA on the USDT pair. I shared this setup in the newsletter on Monday. It just surpassed its target of $1.99. I said $2. It's already at $2.04. Again, if you're looking to get into it, you buy these dips. There's a support here that was untested. There's a resistance here that was untested as support, and a resistance here that was untested as support. So either of those could be potentially good entries for further continuation up. Personally, I would not buy it now when it's already pumping into the news, but that is up to you. Now let's take a very quick look at the news. Cardano becomes number 3 crypto after 13% rise. Cardano has just become the world's 3rd largest cryptocurrency by market cap. Average price soared to a 12-week high. That means that it surpassed BNB. That's gotta hurt. Binance, under all this regulatory pressure, BNB coin gets passed. I have a feeling that may not last that long, but we will certainly see. The news here, obviously, is that the Alonzo hard fork is being announced a date today by Charles Hoskinson on his AMA. Charles Hoskinson is the founder of ADA. There's been a lot of discussion for years as to when smart contracts will come to ADA. Well, today he is supposed to be telling us a date for that Alonzo hard fork. We will be watching for that and to see if this is in fact bullish or if it's a buy the rumor, sell the news situation. Poly Network hacker returns all stolen Ethereum assets. Absolutely unbelievable. Hacker stole over $600 million worth of various cryptocurrencies, now giving it all back. White hat hacker, it turns out that this guy was just exposing their vulnerabilities. He didn't even take a bounty for finding the bugs when it was offered to him. Not even a small prize. He went ahead and sent all the funds back. Seems like this guy was kind of bumbling, to be honest. Really good hacker, really bad at mixing the funds and hiding them. They were very easily able to identify who he was and figure out where the money had gone, and he had no idea how to hide it. What an interesting story. Huge story here. Argentina open to adopting Bitcoin, says President Alberto Fernandez. I have a terrible Spanish accent, I'm sorry. I don't want to go too far out on a limb, but there's no reason to say no, Fernandez said in a local television interview. Anyone who knows anything about Argentina knows that they have runaway inflation and have for a long time. I've heard anecdotal stories that people will receive money in their bank account, immediately take it out and convert it to dollars so that they can avoid the hyperinflation, go back to the same bank and take that cash and put it in a safety deposit box. So they'll actually put physical US dollars into the bank in a safety deposit box, but not keep money in their accounts. What a situation, the exact kind of situation we could see in other countries and the exact reason that people buy Bitcoin. Nice to see that Fernandez is aware of that and cognizant of it and could potentially look at Bitcoin as a form of legal tender. Ethereum network burns 100 million of ETH in first week after London upgrade. That's a lot of money. $100 million worth of ETH has been burned since EIP 1559 has been instituted. Keep in mind that the activity on the network is still a fraction of what it was during the major bull run. So imagine what happens when they have to confirm more and more transactions as price starts to rise. We're going to see hundreds of millions, billions, tens of billions of dollars burned in Ethereum, making it more deflationary and reducing the supply. If the demand stays the same and supply reduces, number go up. And finally, FTX US president wants crypto derivatives trading within a year. Brett Harrison, the president of the US affiliate of FTX, is clearing a path for crypto derivatives trading on the exchange. That would be huge because we don't have much legal derivatives trading in the United States for retail traders. Obviously, Kraken is an option and people find other ways to trade with leverage. But the U.S. firm is working to bring crypto derivatives trading to the platform to be regulated by the CFTC. This would be really huge, actually, to have regulated derivatives trading in the United States on an exchange like FTX. And we all know Sam Bankman-Fried gave a whole truckload of money to the Biden campaign and has been a political contributor. So maybe that will kick in soon. Guys, that is everything for today. Huge news today at 2 p.m. I will be live streaming my new show, Bullish on Bitcoin, where I have a guest every single week. I had Peter Brandt 2 weeks ago. He had some technical issues, but we got through it. Today, I am proud to be hosting my friend NebraskanGooner. You guys do not want to miss this. He's going to be spewing free alpha. As always, please subscribe to the channel, hit like, check out everything I've got down in the description, especially the newsletter. And I know I'm going to see y'all at 2 p.m. today. Peace.